we'll bring you 6 stories from MMM Republic of South Africa for our events roundup. While our MMM News Digest will cover the week ending on November 12, 2017. And Guider Emil San Juan will also be with us for another insightful discussion on his Just My Opinion segment. We'll be right back with the details shortly. To all our viewers around the world, this is MNC, your Mavro News Channel. This week, events from our community in the Republic of South Africa will be our focus. We start off with Guider Noma's MMM Opportunities presentation at Elton Street in East London last June 24, 2017.
Okay, saan mo yan guys?
Yeah.
Jadi?
Sabi.
Okay, nagtatanong sa dyan mo about si Triple M.
She had a mixed crowd of old members wanting to hear current updates about the community and new invites who wanted to know more about it. Guider Noma started with an overview about the system where she said for a minimum donation they can already receive 30% reward. She stressed the fact too that they should focus on its ideology by treating it as a social financial network and not a money-making machine. Guider Noma assured them that the administration and guiders are working hand in hand to make the system work efficient again. She cautioned them too from believing too much the negative press MMM is getting from the South African media and focused instead on revisiting the ideology that the community stands for. And she challenged them even more to join the guiders' schooling, for she said it is only there where they would have a deeper understanding of the system and its workings.
So MMM, it's a community based on our individuals are part of your community where you offer help and you receive help.
That was Guider Loleka Madikizela as he was giving an overview of what MMM is during an ideology presentation he organized also on the 24th of June this year. On that day, he was able to gather about 12 people at the Newlands East Community Hall in Durban, South Africa. After the overview, he talked next about MMM's history and its founder. He shared that in 2011, Sergey Mavrodi saw the financial sufferings of ordinary people, so he relaunched MMM with the aim of creating a new financial order by breaking the current unjust system. He added that since then, the donation exchange community has spread around the world. Guider Loleka next showed them the benefits of joining the system and what his guests needed to do so they can reap those rewards too. He encouraged them to take note of things he shared with them, especially on the key steps to participate safely. He reminded them too that there are no guarantees given in MMM, so they should only use their spare funds to participate. The week ending on the 12th of November this year is the coverage of our MMM News Digest for this edition. As always, we shall begin with MMM and cryptocurrencies. On that week, the SegWit hard fork planned for November was officially cancelled. This meant that Bitcoin will not be split into 2 chains and shall continue on its current course of development. This was communicated in the joint official address by the SegWit lead developer Jeff Garzik and other leading advocates of the hard fork. Former advocates of SegWit stated that their aim was scalability improvement and they never wanted to split the Bitcoin or hinder its growth and full-scale development. Therefore, they have renounced the idea until the entire Bitcoin community agrees anonymously on the need for such improvement. That news was followed by a surge of the leading cryptocurrencies price into a new all-time high of $7,899. The price had already consolidated then, but was expected to continue to rise. And according to the statistics of the service Google Trends, the request buy Bitcoin has become more popular than the request buy gold by about 2:1 ratio. Experts said that the growth of the request popularity coincides with the growth of the American stock market and favorable situation at the world market this year. Also on that week, the price of gold increased by only 11%, while Bitcoin grew more than 6 times. Altcoins also became more expensive on that week. For example, the price of the popular cryptocurrency Dash increased by more than 20%, with one coin price exceeding $450. Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, and other digital currencies grew as well. This clearly shows that the cryptocurrency market is continuously developing, although with some fluctuations typically for this stage. Nevertheless, it possibly indicates that digital money will soon become a real alternative to the fiat money and change the traditional system of the financial relations. As for our MMM communities, here are the news from different countries for that week. We start off with MMM Colombia, whose leaders promoted the community in a very creative way. That week, young and energetic members wearing shirts and caps with MMM logos decided to carry around the city streets posters about MMM while riding bicycles. For pedestrians who had time, they explained to them the ideology of the community and handed out advertising leaflets. MMM India also continued to develop and hold charity events on behalf of the community. Guiders carried out an outreach event for the older people from one nursing home. The elders were very happy not just with the help they got, but also the care and tenderness they felt from the community. Aside from that, Guiders also carried out large-scale meetings and conference that averaged between 100 to 200 participants. The same pace of growth was also seen in MMM Indonesia and MMM Myanmar. A lot of new members registered in the system and provided help actively. Older members also received their earned donations bonuses through getting help. As for MMM Brazil, their continued development pleased the administrators. That week, a lot of events occurred in different parts of the country, the most relevant of which were the charity events held for children on different orphanages. Guiders made sure that they created a funny and positive atmosphere, and they were to achieve it because all the kids were extremely happy. Things were going great for MMM Egypt as well, with the community gaining more momentum and becoming more efficient. Local guiders from the country, with the help of the guiders from MMM Kenya, continued to remain very active and organized. They constantly held meetings and carried out offline events for the attraction of new members. Stable results were also seen in MMM Kenya and MMM Ghana. The guiders were very active in holding a lot of offline events to attract new participants. They made sure that each invite clearly understood the advantages of participating in MMM, its goals and its principles of work, and their efforts paid off because many of their invites signed up after the presentations and were willing to donate right away. MMM Kenya Guiders also sponsored football Mavro matches with the aim of not just promoting the community but also physical well-being through sports. While in MMM China, several thousands of new members joined the system and have already provided help. Leaders there were very happy because it showed that they are becoming stronger and more stable again. As for MMM Philippines, the efforts of guiders and members from that country for more than a year has paid off. They have proven that the community can prosper and develop successfully in the long term as long as each participant understands their own responsibility for the stability of the system. And lastly, on that week, the participants from MMM Australia sent a lot of letters of happiness. They expressed their joy on the workings of the system as they reap the rewards of doing regular donations and getting help. Guiders also created videos with the screenshots of their received donations as a promotional tool to invite new members to participate in MMM.
Hi everyone, how are you doing today? I hope everyone is doing great at this moment. My name is Emil and you're watching MNC's Just My Opinion. I'm feeling really excited today because we are about to discuss another topic related to this booming technology of cryptocurrency. On one of our previous episodes, I shared to you my point of view about ICOs or initial coin offerings, and I hope it helped you become more knowledgeable about investing. Today, what we are going to discuss is about the impact of mainstream media on cryptocurrencies. You might be asking, why do we choose this subject as our main topic for this week? It is because we observed a major plummet in the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies just within few weeks. Bitcoin itself had a skyrocket before the end of the year, gaining a new all-time high of more or less 20,000 USD, but only a few weeks later, it plummets to more than 50%. Many people associated the crash to Bitcoin ban in China, Korea, and other countries. There's even a news saying Bitcoin is now being banned in India. And to make the situation worse, the whole community was shocked because of another major hacking that occurred in one of the biggest crypto exchange in Japan. I think those events really affected the crypto community, but what people didn't know is that the major contributor to the crash of the cryptocurrencies is the mainstream media. Mainstream media includes not only the big television companies, but also the influential people and corporations with millions of followers around the world. And we all know that these elites are part of the oligarchs who wanted to control the world. What they do is they spread negative news on cryptocurrency that will give people what we call FUDs, FUDs, or fear, uncertainty, and doubt, thus causing the masses to panic sell their crypto assets. Mainstream media is like a weapon to the elites to control not only the people involved in cryptocurrency, but also the majority of people around the world. Most of the digital coins being launched are decentralized, so the people who are in power today are being threatened by the fact that their control over money will somehow disappear someday. So they are doing whatever it takes just to protect their interests. Now, this is what I see from what's happening to the crypto world today. The elites find it so difficult to totally take down Bitcoin. So what they do is they are finding ways to manipulate the price. And as I've said, the most effective way is through mainstream media. They are trying to bring down the price of the Bitcoin to the lowest point possible. Then what's next? When people are panic selling and when the price is very low, that is the time that these elites will use their money so that they can get as much as Bitcoin as they can. So be careful when you see the elites release a statement like Bitcoin is a bubble, or Bitcoin is a fraud, or I won't invest in Bitcoin. Because chances are they are just trying to bring down the price to bargain so that they can buy more. And when they had enough, you know what's next? They will step back and say, you know what, it's my fault calling Bitcoin a fraud. Or they will say, Bitcoin is a breakthrough. Or I now believe in blockchain, which in turn will now bring back the price of the Bitcoin again to a new high. And that will leave the panic sellers crying over their spilled milk. You're now getting it, do you? So if you own Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies which you believe can help change the financial system, hold on to it and believe in its technology. Never let FUDs or FUDs control your decisions, and never ever do panic selling. Also, it would help you a lot if you will do your own research before believing if what you see in the mainstream media is true or just another attack to control you. That's it for this week. See you again next week. This is Emil saying, remember that everything that I said in this video is just my opinion. Have a great day, guys, and bye-bye.
On behalf of the people behind MNC, we would like to thank the MMM administrations and you, our viewers, for your continued support. I am Mark. Always remember, together we can change the world.